Well, everybody, it's finally arrived after waiting what felt like forever. My Mosko Moto Gnome tank bag has arrived, and I thought I'd do a little unboxing for you. It's took a lot. This has been here about 2 weeks, and I've not opened it purposely so I can open it on video, and now's finally the time, so let's get into it. So before we start, I thought I'd explain how much it all costs, because when you go on the Mosko Moto website, you know, especially in the UK and other EU countries, I guess, it sort of says it's going to be this, plus shipping, plus VAT, plus 2% surcharge, plus. So I've wrote down everything exactly as it came. So I was charged €165 for the bag. This is at Mosko Moto right at the start, plus 19 for shipping, so a total cost of €184 to get it started, which when you break it down, I actually got charged £156.84. You then get charged import when it makes it in. So I got an email from DPD just saying you need to pay this before we'll send it to you. That was an extra £37.48 for a total cost of £194.32. So £194.32 is a lot, a blooming lot for a bag. So this better be good. Right then, what we got in here then? We have got a bag. We've got a packaging slip. Oh, we've got some stickers. I like a sticker. I'm not going to lie. I do like it when people send stickers. Thanks for your order and welcome to the Mosko Moto crew. It was the only way I could afford to get in the crew. I went for the blue, black and grey one. The orange one tempted me in, but I haven't got an orange bike. But it did look really nice. So if you're a KTM guy, you're going to absolutely love that. All right then. Cable ties. Get them out of the way. Cable ties. And here she is. That is way sexier than it needs to be for a bag. Look at that. That is sexy. So before I press play on this, I probably should have done a little bit of research and told you how big the capacity is. Hang on a sec. Okay, so it's 5 litres. 5 litre storage capacity, including a 1.5 litre Hydro Pack water reservoir. I had a tank bag recently, just a cheap one. It was a cheap Oxford one, and I found it incredibly useful. So I wanted to get this just to have snacks in, put a couple of cameras in there, maybe. It's obviously got the drink in there, so I don't need a drink in there, but I want to put a couple of electrical devices in there, put my phone in there, get stuff out of the way. And, you know, this Mosko Moto stuff is so nice, so nice. I would love the full luggage if you haven't seen that in a previous video. I would love that, but I just can't bring myself to spend that, but I just about could with this. Okay, so on the base here, got a nice little bit of this Velcro stuff. You can tell that that's, as long as you don't get dirt trapped between it, that'll go nicely on the bottom there. And then just a matching base piece. Just going to Velcro on top of that. I like that, that's nice. Same material. Lovely, it's like a dense foam. So lovely lined in there. A couple of straps in there to keep things held down. And a smaller section at the top here. Nice little zip compartment. A couple of pen holders or whatever else you want to throw in there. That's nice. It's not huge. It's pretty good. Now, I thought I'd try something here, right? So when it says 5 litres, 5 litres of capacity, I think, oh, okay, 5's less than 8, whatever. But what does that actually mean? So I'm going to put stuff in here that we can all relate to, and that'll hopefully give you a sense of how big it actually is. So there you go. 5 litres of top storage equates to 3 cans of Pepsi Max and 1 can of Red Thunder. So the initial impressions are that this is a super high quality piece of kit. As you would expect, all the buckles, all the zips, this outer material, this webbing on top, it all feels super premium. I mean, it should be when it cost £194 or whatever it did, but it feels lovely. I'm excited to get it on the bike and actually get out and use it. So I think it's time that we sort of strap this on here, see how easy or hard that is. I'm expecting it to be pretty steady. This seems to be sort of the normal attachment point that will go around the top, and then some that go further down the frame somewhere. I'll have to find somewhere for that. But yeah, it is a lovely, lovely piece of kit on first impressions. But let's go outside into a bit more space and fit it on. Okay, so job number one, I've got to take the straps off the front of it. I've got to find somewhere to wrap it around the headstock somewhere, and then attach it. Lots of handy loops, so it wouldn't matter if it was a big bike or a small bike. You can expand that wherever you feel it needs to be. I'm going to make them bigger, and then I can always tighten them up afterwards, can't I? So let's thread this somewhere useful. Right, that's that done. Clamped on. Tighten it back up so it's nice and loose on that headstock. Sorry, nice and tight on that headstock. Try and equal it out so that I get the same amount of material on both sides. Because that would be annoying, wouldn't it? If one side's flapping around and one side's alright. Happy days, part one done. Got to say, there's a lot of, like, you know, when you're setting this up, I'm sure once you get to know it better, it won't be quite as bad, but there's a lot of straps and clips and stuff everywhere on this. I'm trying to grab the ones I need, and I'm looking around, and there's 4 more everywhere else, but that's the way it's going to go. Nice there. It's nice, that, nice and dinky. I like the fact that, like, when I come to fuel up, my fuel tank's here. I can unclip the 2 there. I'll just be able to fold that back, do whatever I need to do. Fold it forward, clip it back on. That's good. I like that. Like I said, that cheaper one that I had before, that was a bit of a pain every time you wanted to take it off. This part of it that was attached, you couldn't remove it, so it was a fixed thing, so it was a case of just slinging it off to the side, and yeah, I didn't like that. It wasn't nearly as slick as this is going to be. Next. So apparently the next thing to do is I need to attach the bag to these mounting points in my desired position, and it doesn't matter if they make contact with the handlebars, as long as, I can't even get there, as long as it doesn't interfere with the steering. Well, that's pretty obvious. Okay, so now I'm needing some mounting points. So I've got to cable tie to my frame or to something down here to attach these onto. Sounds simple, but oh, that's handy. Nice little, that's handy, that's Velcro. Interesting they haven't used the normal buckles like that. Okay, cool. Right, let's see how this goes. Right, so next I've got to install these straps, yeah? And I've got to install them wherever they seemingly fall. Now, I haven't got many options here when it comes to fitting this, so I've not got any big frame here or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna go foot peg. If I go down the bottom here, I could go frame. Should I go frame or should I go foot peg? I think if I'm anchoring it, I'm gonna go foot peg mount there. Oh, no, I'm not. There is no clearance around the back of that. Okay, frame mount it is. Oh, they are thick. Look at them. That is a high, whoa, and they're the nice ones. Oh, these are high quality cable ties. As high quality cable ties as they come. They've not even got the notches, you see that? I know this is very non-interesting, but they're very smooth. Oh, it's nice, that. Nice touch. Americans know how to make a cable tie. So that's loosely around the back, and it wants me to go through the very top loop. Okay, let's go through the very top loop. Nice, that's a really snug fit, that's nice. And then let's tie you onto here. I'm gonna make sure I don't overdo it on this side. Now I've got a mounting point around the back of this frame here. I can feel a bolt, I believe it's for the tank. So that can't get any higher than that. That's handy, that's useful to know. Good place, good job we chose that. Right, I'll go to the other side. So there we go. That is already feeling quite secure, but now it wants me to go through another loop. It wants me to go through another one of these little loops here to give it that final fit. And then, when I'm actually using the whole thing and I don't want to go out with the bag on, I just unclip like that, take it away, and I've got these. Little thing, maybe a bit of oversight that I might need to look at over time, is that my boots are going to be smashing the shit out of that, aren't they? My boots are going to be whacking that. So I might put a little bit of tape up here just to stop that happening. I don't want to be ramming them into there, do I? But I am struggling for other mounting points. Maybe something to consider if your bike is similar to mine and you look down it. Not many places I can be putting that, but we'll see how that goes. All that was left to do was to trim the edge off those cable ties, tuck them around the corner so they're not pointing out and trying to impale me, and then just to stand back and admire the mechanical skills that I've just shown you there. Well, that is it. That's as easy as it gets. So we're strapped on here. You can tighten up to really crank that bad boy down. With the two mounts at the front and these two mounts either side, that is not going anywhere. That is so secure. And then, like I said, if you go to the fuel station, you could just put one of them off, whatever you want really. You can just unclip one of those, click one of those, fold it out of the way. It is not going to be a problem at all. Now, I'm not 100% happy with the way that that's mounted. I mean, I cannot feel that whatsoever, but when I've got a big motocross boot on, I might be tapping that, so might need a little bit of thinking to do. So worth considering. Have a look at your bike, see how I've had to do that there, and yeah, see if you can find anywhere for yourself. Obviously, you don't want to go anywhere near an exhaust. You don't really want to be going anywhere near where anything's going to get any hot, because you know this is all plasticky, nylon-y stuff, so that will melt a little bit. So just be careful when you're doing that. But once you've trimmed those down, they're super secure. Everything's looking good, and I'm really happy with it. So now all I need to do is load up my 3 cans of Pepsi Max and Red Thunder and go and hit the trails. I might do a review of this later down the line. I don't know. But either way, I wanted to fit it today. I wanted to show you all how it all went and have a laugh with it. And hopefully we've done that. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my stuff, please do like this video, drop a little comment on there, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one.